What if Ceres' dune screamed with fear, burying your soul to trap you in eternal dust? This bone-chilling tale from Ceres in 2420 will grip you tight. Vex Taz, a rover scout, finds screaming dunes that wail her fear of her sister's death. But they're swallowing her crew in a dusty abyss. Dare you face the dark? Ceres' dusty plains stretch under a faint, starry sky, their dunes shifting like terrified breaths. Vex drives her rover in her sealed suit, its wheels grinding as she maps ancient sands. The outpost domes flicker in the cold, her only refuge since Earth became a fading hope. Vex's heart aches. Her sister Jex died in a dust storm she failed to warn 6 years ago. Her last words, it's screaming, haunting her dreams. She searches the dunes for answers. One day, her rover brushes a dune, and it screams Vex in Jex's voice, like blowing dust. Her chest burns with cold. She thinks it's the wind, but she freezes when the dune glows red and shapes Jex's face, her eyes hollow, fearing her. Vex is terrified, yet she keeps exploring. The screaming dunes wail louder, their light fiercer, and chaos hits the outpost. Rovers jam, lights dim, and the air chokes like it's stealing fear. Vex's scanner, her guide in the dark, stabs her mind, as if the screams are inside her. Other scouts hear their fear in the dune's lost dreams, old terrors then sink into the dust gone. Vex inspects a dune, its sand carved with glowing runes that pulse under her light. She confides in Rin, a gruff geologist with a scar on his arm from a rock slide. Rin scours the plains and finds runes, images of people buried, their fear etched. In dust, the dunes scream, "You're lost," in a voice that cuts, and Vex's hands tremble, dropping her scanner. What are these screams after? Vex and Rin venture to a dune cluster, where dust stings like teeth and winds scream like terrified souls. The dunes scream in a maze of red light, their runes twisting too fast. Vex's gut churns, sensing eyes in the dark. The runes lead to a cavern of dust, its walls throbbing red like a fearful heart. At its core, a screaming dune pulses, exhaling dust like a dying star. Shadowy forms writhe in the haze, faceless but trembling. Vex's head spins like the dunes, pulling her soul. Rin's sensors catch signals from the core, not from Earth but from beyond the asteroid belt. The cavern feels alive, ravenous. Vex's scanner flashes horrors, Jex's storm, scouts screaming, an ancient outpost buried in dust. Rin whispers the dunes are the fear, not just sand but a cosmic trap that feeds on terror. They serve the terrors, a force that thrives on fear, growing with every scream. The outpost crumbles, domes crack in sudden storms, air leaks, and scouts march toward dunes, their eyes glowing red like the sand. Vex fears they're lost. Rin finds a jagged shard in the cavern, etched with stars that pulse like fearful eyes. The dunes roar, "We claim," and Vex questions if Rin's hiding a betrayal. The ground shakes, Ceres raging. Vex grabs a shard. Peace, it burns cold, showing Jex's face, her voice pleading, "You failed me." Everyone's scanners show a dust web, where fear buries forever, each note a soul, each scream a terror. The dune core displays a red lattice trapping every scout. The plains groan, shadows mirroring the web, as if Ceres is waking. Rin finds runes saying the terrors crave the solar system next, linked to other dunes beyond, all starving for souls. Vex sees visions, shadows with glowing eyes plotting to bury worlds. The fear's signals streak to the stars, calling the terrors closer. Radios wail Jex's voice. Lights flash her face. Vex feels Jex's faint whisper in the web, urging her to fight. Rin's eyes flicker. Can she trust him? Ceres quakes, shadows caging them. Vex stares at the dune core, hands numb, sensing Jex's ghost. She thinks of her failure, the outpost, and if this force is unstoppable. The air chokes, crushing her soul. The outpost falls silent, and Vex wonders if the terrors are inside her. The dunes scream louder, their dust thicker, alive with hunger. She steps back, but sand shifts, and the screams call her name. Rin's face pales, staring at the core. They feel that something's coming, unstoppable. The plains roar, alive. Vex grips her scanner, desperate for answers, but the screams pull her to the dark. The dunes pulse like a storm, alive. Vex wonders if she escaped or if the fears claimed her soul. Twist. The dunes aren't sand, they're the veins of a star beast that feeds on fear, and Vex's failure woke it. Is Ceres a dwarf planet or a tomb of terror? Would you cross a screaming dune knowing it craves your fear? Share your darkest fears in the comments. Smash that like button if this buried your soul. Send it to your space nerd friends. And subscribe for more stories that'll haunt your dreams.